All right, well, here we are. Is it raining again?
We've had a little time off.
Oh, man.
Between trying to get away and the rain, has been a pain. Wow.
Well, we're going to talk about that. That'll be one of my first questions because I think people wonder, right?
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be sunny today, but I don't see it yet. It's early yet.
Oh, it'll burn off.
It'll burn off, yeah. So it has
foggy.
been super rainy this summer.
Yeah.
That's, of course, put us back a little bit on some things.
Yes.
And, of course, it's the chain effect. You know, one thing leads to another.
It affects everything.
It affects everything. So really, my first question is just that. It's like the rain's hit, you've got everything scheduled, you've got to pull back on that.
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit just about, you don't have to go too into detail because that's a long, probably an answer, but just to give people a sense of what that does and certainly where we're at as we look at building. We have multiple homes going right now.
Right.
So what does that do to the whole scheduling and the project?
Well, if you're going to be efficient, you can't wait till somebody's done something before you schedule the next person.
Yeah.
So we of course schedule things, and then the rain pushes us 2 days. Then we got to push the next guy 2 days.
Yeah.
Then the rain pushes us a week.
Yeah.
So. And most people kind of understand that this is what's going on because everything gets pushed.
Yeah.
But
like one of the unforeseens often is, like they say, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of holes out there right now.
Yeah.
So
full of water.
Yeah. So let's, talk to us about that.
Okay. So, we did a video on it. We were delayed putting our footing in. We got our hole dug. We were delayed putting our footing in because we got rain.
Yeah.
So then we got the footing in, we got rain, and we're delayed pouring the footing because you can't pour it and it's got water.
Yeah.
You had to drain it. So then what happens is you schedule things like your underground services and your underground services, you can't, those guys take some time.
Yeah.
So you got to get a hold of everybody and push that.
Yeah.
And
it's just one of those things where, in the whole process of the whole build, which takes months.
Yeah.
It's a variable, and then so when people's homes get sort of pushed back, it factors in because everybody gets pretty excited about getting their home finished and getting in there.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we're not on schedule. It's like, well, we've had some things to deal with here. So,
well, what basically happens is, let's say you've got framers working on one, and they can't work for almost 2 weeks on and off.
Right.
And so you got a hole sitting ready.
Yeah.
So now that gets pushed 2 weeks. Then because your other hole, you haven't got the foundation in, that can be pushed 3 weeks.
Right.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
So basically it is, it can throw a big wrench in things for sure.
And that's one of those acts of God that is probably somewhere in the contract, right? That we talked about. It's like, well, what do you do?
Yeah, we can't control it, and obviously nobody wants to get your house done quicker than me.
Yeah.
So people think that I don't care, but absolutely not.
We all want to get it done.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody does. But of course, the homeowner, oftentimes feels that you don't care, but it's just not true.
Yeah.
I do care, and as do you.
Sure. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's move on from that one.
Okay.
Let's hope that we do not get any. Let's say weather. Let's hope we get some weather. It's just nice weather today. So.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So, what design or construction decision are you most proud of in your recent builds, and why? As you think about what's getting built out here, you made a decision and you're like, that's the right decision.
Well, I guess it's going to go back to something I learned a long time ago, and that is to not try and ramrod things. In construction, you have a tendency to try and do that.
Right.
And really, there's a reason why everything happens. So if you're trying to push something,
Yeah.
and
Give me an example.
well, a perfect example is, trying to get a footing put in when you should put the footing in.
Right. When it's raining.
When it's raining,
Yeah.
all those little things, and like, okay, I got to get you on that floor. I got to get the framer going on the floor. Well, so now what would have happened? The floor would have just been sitting,
Yeah.
just getting poured on.
Right.
So, yeah, I learned a long time ago that ramrods,
Yeah.
sometimes you just create more problems than it's
Yeah.
worth.
Better to have a little bit of patience than to try and shoehorn something in.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait until the moment's right.
For sure.
The home comes out better in the end.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
everybody wins. Your client's not calling you with problems because it's something a decision you made
Right.
to just push that square peg in the round hole kind of thing.
Well, and lots of times, so customers are questioning you as to why you haven't got something done.
Right.
And of course, at one time, years ago, I used to let that pressure affect me. But I don't anymore, because I'm actually the one running the job.
Yeah.
And I will do it in the correct time,
Right.
when it's supposed to be done. So
Now it's just a water off a duck's back.
well, I try to have it that simple, but not always. But
Okay.
yeah, pretty close now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I gave you, let's say I'm the client,
Yeah.
and I gave you an extra $10,000 into my budget,
Yeah.
where would you recommend putting that for the biggest long-term value?
Well, I mean, generally speaking, your actual kitchen, the actual kitchen portion,
Yeah.
is usually pretty good. Your plumbing, like if you want to add something into your bathroom,
Yeah.
something, but sometimes, you might add something that you're the only person who cares about it. Yeah. So, but long term, you want to use that money on stuff that you can't replace easily. So I wouldn't say, put a nicer carpet in,
Right.
Because carpet is not a huge expense. It can be,
Yeah.
but it's not like your kitchen. You want to renovate your kitchen now because you wanted to have that. So yeah, things that are not easily renovated, or it's expensive too.
And I guess in some ways we have to define what value means, because
Sure.
it goes back to the homeowner. It's like, are you talking about in 5 years you might sell this home?
Right.
Or are you talking about this is your forever home? And the $10,000 in value is what the value means to you,
Sure.
not just the person who may be buying your home.
Right.
So,
Well, here's something you'll find kind of interesting. So, bidets. I put in several bidets over the years, many.
yeah.
And of course, the first time I did it, I did it in one of my own homes, and of course in Europe they're super popular.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'm going to put it in there not because I'm going to use it, but because some people might really like it.
Yeah.
And anyways, turns out it's a great little thing.
Yeah.
And they're expensive. So if it was one of those things of, geez, I think I'd really like something like that, your 10 grand would be great for
Right.
something that maybe you find really useful.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
there you go.
Okay. All right.
Fascinating, right?
That is fascinating, especially when it comes to bidets.
Bidet. Bidet.
I'll have to put that on my line items of
Yeah.
potential things to
Potentially.
install in my next place.
Yes.
Okay. Final one.
Okay.
Number 4. What's one thing most homeowners don't think to ask, but really should before building?
One thing. One thing that most man nowadays, that's not nearly as common. We get way more questions now than we used to.
Right.
And that's related to the internet, I would have to say.
Sure.
So, people go on and they ask all kinds of questions that really aren't even relative.
Yeah.
But because they've seen it on the internet, Pinterest, on this, they come with some pretty good questions.
Yeah.
So now, if you want to make a comparison between our build and somebody else's build, I think some questions that would be pretty good is, why do you use spruce as opposed to OSB?
Right.
Why do you use certain products that other guys don't? And because sometimes people don't care what's behind the wall.
Yeah.
But that's more important than you think.
So it's that out of sight, out of mind thing.
Yeah,
It's like if I don't see it, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Yeah.
Well, it can mean something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the whole ability to search and do your homework ahead of time, I think is way easier than it's ever been.
Yes.
But really, if you're teeing up a bunch of builders to have conversations with, is how are you choosing which one to build your home?
Yeah.
I think it's to your point. It's like, what are you doing that this person isn't doing?
Right.
What do you use comparatively speaking?
Exactly. So that whole thing, why do you use hardy board?
Yeah.
Now, of course, we have some other product that we don't use hardy board in.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, that's our number one thing. But some people just say, you know what?
Yeah.
It's just not in my budget.
Yeah.
And so we have to adapt to that. We can't say, well, we just won't build your 1,600 square foot 2-story if you don't use hardy board.
Yeah.
Some people, they'd rather have a house than not. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good answer.
Well, thank you.
You're on top of your game today.
That's because I've had a little time to
You mean like 30
build
plus
up.
years? All right. Well, it's been a bit since we've done this one, so good to be back in the seat here and grilling you. So
Grilling me,
All right. We're gonna wrap it up. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, well, listen. I know that I don't say this very often, but it really does help us when you subscribe. And I know, but I hear like and subscribe, and it actually affects who gets to see it.
It does, yeah.
And I think it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
So,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that, actually.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in again. Drop your questions below, please, and we're going to see you on the next one.
All right. Thank you.